हेलो, वेलकम टू द फ्यूजन सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टीट्यूट। आज जो आप मॉक देखने वाले हो वो मॉक ऐसे कैंडिडेट का है जिसके अभी तक 2 महीने कंप्लीट हुए हैं। और इस पर्टिकुलर इंटरव्यू में आप देखोगे कि एचआर राउंड्स को कैसे फेस किया जाता है, एचआर इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस को कैसे फेस किया जाता है और टेक्निकल इंटरव्यूज को कैसे फेस किया जाता है। सो यू आर गोइंग टू एंजॉय दिस इंटरव्यू। ओके, सो प्लीज बी विथ अस टिल द एंड। थैंक यू।
Okay, tell me about yourself.
My name is Mayur Fadtare. I am from Satara city and currently I am living in Pune. I completed my diploma in electrical engineering from Zeal Polytechnic Pune, and currently I am working in restaurant industries from past 3 years, and right now I am doing data analysis from Fusion Institute for my career growth.
Okay, why do you choose data analyst course only?
Because basically I'm good in data and my analytic skills are also good, so I want to be more connected with this course, and I want to switch my career because of the I want to be like in good data analysis. I want to be a good data analyst, for that's why I'm doing this data analysis course.
Okay, what's your strength and weaknesses?
My strength is like I'm good listener and I don't want to do hard work. I want to do smart work. That's why that's my plus point. And
Who motivates you in your life?
basically my motivation is like my dad is from defense, so my role model is my dad. My ideal was Ratan Tata because he's a self-made man, and that's why.
In which domain you want to be the data analyst?
uh, Anything, like I want to be comfortable with any zone, but specifically it's if it's in a restaurant field, it will be more comfortable for me
Yeah, as your
because
yeah,
because
as
I
per your
am my
domain.
past experience in restaurant industry, so it will be more comfortable for me
Okay.
in restaurant industry.
Yes, that's great. Okay, so we will start with the Python.
Okay.
Why Python is popular in data analytics and data science field?
Basically it's a it has minimalistic coding language, and it is easy to learn against C++, Java, other languages, and it is more convenience to clean the data and all. For that process, Python is like best for the data analysis.
Okay, that's the only reason. That's why Python is used in this industry, or there is another reason?
So basically, if I'm coming from a non-technical background and I don't know about what is coding and what is like technical languages, so the for a beginner, it's a best language, Python,
Yes.
and for a data analyst, it's a good way to clean the data and all of the structures. That's the same.
Okay. So your answer is correct, but you need to improve some points there. You need to add some points there.
Okay.
Okay. So add there that this particular Python language provides lots of libraries which are
Okay.
useful for the data analytics and the data science also, like your NumPy, Python, NumPy, Pandas, okay, Seaborn, Matplotlib, Scikit-learn. Okay, these libraries are useful for for the cleaning the data, okay, for visualizing the data,
Okay.
and for creating the models. Okay,
Okay.
so for that we use Python. A data scientist, data analytics, analyst field prefer Python language over
Okay.
other languages there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's the thing you can add there.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
I'll definitely add my this point.
Can you tell me which technique you will use for the imputing the null values?
I'm using like creating variable. After that, uh, I am adding the just mention the where I want to which from which data set I want to clean it, and I just put is null and giving a parenthesis. Run the program.
Okay. Suppose I'm giving you one scenario.
Okay.
There is a data which I'm shared with you.
Okay.
In that data, there is one column which has lots of null values.
Okay.
Okay, there are so many null values in that column.
Okay.
Okay. So what will be your approach? You are going with that column, or you are going to drop that column. You are going to impute that null value in that column.
I can drop that value as well.
Okay. Why? Can you give me the reason why you are going to drop that column? Let me make it more precise. Okay. So in that column, you have 50% null values. There are
Okay.
50% null values in that column. Okay. And as an analyst, you discover that that column is important for you. Okay.
Okay.
For the
So
for the
that time
analysis
I'm
there.
not
So
dropping
what will be your approach?
I can go with this column.
Okay, and so what thing you will do? Okay, what will be your approach to impute that null values there as you are going with that column there?
So I don't know the idea.
Okay, okay. Uh, so I will give you another scenario in that particular same column. Suppose you have 70 to 80% null values.
Okay.
So what will you do? And that column is not important for you.
So then I can drop it
Okay.
by using drop now.
And if that column is important and there are lots of null values, so you will go with the imputation.
Yes.
Okay, so you will change that null value with the other value.
Yes.
Okay, other we can say, yeah, other value. Okay, so do you know do you know the technique by which we can impute those null values?
Is no. I know the drop now, and I'm just learning the.
See, if you have null values in that column, okay, and that column is important for you, so first you will check, okay, whether that column is a numerical column or categorical column, because there are some other techniques to impute the null values. If there is a numerical column and in that column you have multiple null values, you are going to impute that null value with the mean or median of that particular column. Okay, if you have categorical value in that particular column, so you will go with the mode. Okay, these are the statistical technique. Okay, suppose you impute those null values with one random value, so what will happen? Your column's data quality or your data quality will reduce. Okay, your data get may be affected by that particular random data. Okay, so it's our duty to impute those empty values with the one statistical value. Okay, and those values are those techniques I'm told you, mean, median, mode. These are the statistical techniques. This will give you the one aggregated value. Okay, the whole column will convert it into one single scalar value, and that single scalar value will replace that null values. Okay, the whole column. Okay, that in that whole column, wherever you will get the null values, that null value will be replaced with that particular number.
Value.
Yes. Okay, you can replace those null values with the random value. Okay, but in the very rare scenario you are going to do that. So many times you need to use mean, median, and mode only. Okay, there are some other techniques also like backfill, forward fill, but major times we will go with these techniques. Okay, at first instance we will try to impute those null values with those particular statistical terms. Okay, like mean value, median value, mode value. We are going to use it. Okay, that will be your first approach, and that should be your first approach towards the null value then.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah. Now my next question will be that if that particular data contains some duplicate rows, so what will be your approach?
So firstly, I clean the duplicate values.
Okay, yeah, how we will clean that?
And the drop no functions, I'm using that time drop no function, and I clean the entire duplicates values and just take one values.
Okay.
So I don't want to duplicate.
Okay, so you will drop the duplicate rows from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if we have duplicate rows, we can drop it.
Yes, sir.
But there is one column. In that column, we have duplicated value. So is it good approach to drop that column's duplicate value, or should we drop only duplicate rows?
Duplicate rows only.
Rows only. Okay, column maybe have some duplicate values there. And suppose you have one column.
Okay.
That column should be unique.
Okay.
There should not be any duplicate value, but there is a duplicate value. So what will be your approach there?
So that time I can change the values.
Okay, suppose it is ID column. So is it better to ID column? It is better to replace that particular ID value, that ID number.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure about it?
Yes, for ID value.
Yeah. Suppose you are a working professional. You have your own ID. Like in the company gives you an ID card.
Someone will use my ID, na, so
yeah, but that ID number is yours, na.
Yes, sir.
You can't replace that. No one can't replace that ID number. Okay, if someone goes into the data and change your ID number. Okay, so that will affect your thing. Okay, so what should we do?
So I can clean the another duplicate ID number or like that.
Okay, at that time we will remove that particular
remove the ID number basically.
Okay. And suppose we have that particular I can say some group data in that one single column.
Okay.
There are some scenarios where you get the unclean data, like you will have one column. In that one column you have multiple group values for each row. So what will be your approach for that? So how we are going to solve that issue, because that's a big issue. We don't want group of data in a single column or in a for the single row. Okay, there we can't go with this group data. We need atomic value for each column, for each row.
So I can split the value
Split the values into different
different
columns.
columns.
Okay. Suppose there are two rows.
Okay.
One for the first row you have three group values,
Okay.
and the second row you have four group values. So if you split those values into multiple columns, so what will happen at the end? One column will have some null values there.
Okay. So that time I'm just like clean the basically the I have to clean the basically entire data, and after that I'm creating new columns and rows for the.
Okay. Yep. Yep. At first instance, if someone asks me, I will also give the same approach. I will
Okay.
also give the same answer. But at that time, what we have to do, we need to unpivot that particular thing. Means
Okay.
once you split that data, you don't need to take it into the another column. You need to take it into the next row. So
Okay.
if you have three values, if you have three group values, those three group values will convert it into three rows.
Okay.
First value for the first row, second value for
For
the
the
second
second
row, third value for the third row,
row.
and the remaining data will be same for
Hmm.
all the three rows. But because of that value, which is split it into three rows, it will not be the duplicate value. It will be three unique values there.
Okay.
So from there, your data will be normalized, okay, and you can start working on that data. For the next approach, you can do like you can do cleaning. You
Okay.
can go for the duplicate values, okay. If you have so many null values that you can think to drop that column, or you
Sure.
can think to drop that rows. But rows जो है like
Hmm.
for if you go with the rows,
Hmm.
rows dropping. So when you need to do that, suppose you have a very less amount of null values
Okay.
in the data, like there are 1,000 rows and you have 2-3 rows
Huh.
where you have null values. At that time you can drop that rows,
Okay.
okay. Other than in other scenarios, don't go with that
Drop.
row dropping.
Okay.
Go with the column drop.
Okay.
Okay, always try to go with this column dropping. Like if you have multiple if you have 70%, 80% of null values in that column, then
Okay.
that column should be dropped, not that rows.
Okay. Sir.
If you drop that rows, what will happen? Your 80% of data get removed from that particular table,
Okay.
and data loss. That data loss
Yes.
will
Yes.
happen, and data loss is a crime there
Yes.
in this data industry.
Sure. Sir.
Okay, it feels like you are doing a crime if you are deleting the data, which is important for us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that thing you can go with it.
Sure. Sir.
Okay, so next thing will be what is EDA? Why we need to do EDA?
So visualize for it's basically used for data cleaning process and visualizing my data. Basically, my client is not from technical background, so I want to present it in a good way. Like he needs to understand what kind of data I'm sharing with him, what kind of visualization I'm sharing with him. So he gets some ideas from EDA.
Okay, so from EDA he will get the basic idea.
Hmm.
So in the shorter term, we can say we are going to do a descriptive analysis. There, we are going to
Okay.
describe him this data. Okay,
Okay.
this is your data. This kind of a things are there in your data.
Okay.
Okay, this thing we can do in
Yes.
the EDA there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you tell me the most commonly used chart in the EDA?
Histogram and pie chart, sir.
Histogram and pie chart. Okay, when you will use histogram.
So I want balance sheet of 5 years. So that time I am using histogram, and I want to balance sheet of 1 year, and I want to split my entire sales structure or entire data in a pie. I can split it in by using pie chart.
Okay, okay. So basically, we are going to use histogram for the data distribution.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for the data distribution purpose, maybe if you want to visualize that particular part,
Yes, sir.
so you will go with the histogram.
Yes.
But in the pie chart, we're specifically talking about the pie chart. Pie chart is used to show the contribution.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the contribution of that particular category in that particular whole part? That's what if you want to represent, you can go with this pie chart
Oh,
there. Okay, think about it now. You're going for the lunch or dinner.
Hmm.
Okay, you four friends are going for that,
yes, sir.
and the bill is 2,000.
Hmm.
Okay, so everyone's we can say initiate some values. Okay, give some amount there. Okay,
Okay.
and you paid 2,000 rupees.
Okay.
Okay, at the end you need to find out whose contribution is more there.
Okay.
Okay, so at that time, if you want to do this stuff, you can use pie chart there. So that will show you which one friend is contributes more
More.
in that particular 2000. Suppose you paid 1,000 rupees, so your
Hmm.
contribution will be more than
Yes, sir.
50% of contribution is there
Yes, sir.
by your side. So this kind of a contribution, if you show by using the charts, you can use pie chart there.
Sure.
Pie chart is used for the contribution, showing the contribution of the category.
Sure,
Okay,
sir.
that thing we can use. And when you will use line chart,
Line chart. I don't.
okay, and the bar chart there.
Bar chart is I'm like using for bar plot.
Yeah, bar plot, bar chart. You can go with it. Same.
For like I want to like basically I have multiple columns,
Hmm.
so there is I want to like sorry, I can't explain
Okay, okay.
this.
See, uh, if you want to compare your categories with other category,
Oh,
okay, you want to compare a category with other category, you will go with the bar
bar.
chart. Okay, bar plot, bar chart. You will go with it. Okay, suppose you want to see or you want to show which category has highest sale in your
Okay.
sales data. Which category has highest sale in your sales data? There you will use your bar chart.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bar chart will compare that category with the other one. Not exactly comparing. It will show you the bar.
Bar.
If the bar length is high with compared to the other, that means that particular bar which representing one certain category, so that category has highest sale in the
Okay,
in your data. So in short, for the comparison, we are going to use your
Bar
bar
plot.
chart. Okay, bar plot, bar chart you are
Sure.
going to use. And this I'm talking about the line plot there, line chart there. So when you will use line chart, when you want to show trend over a period of time. Okay, if you want to show the trend of your data over a period of time, like monthly sales,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
monthly profit, yearly sales,
Oh.
quarterly sales, if you want to show, you are going to use their line chart. It is the best chart, I say.
Okay.
Okay, it will give you
Month
the
on month
trend.
growth or like
Yes, monthly your sales is increasing, monthly sales you're decreasing.
decreasing.
So that thing you can visualize from there. You can show the line chart to the client.
Okay,
Client
sir.
will see that line chart and he will get the idea whether my sales is going up, whether my sales is going down, or my sales is not increasing. It is moving in that one certain range. That thing he will get it from that.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so basically your charts will represent your raw data into the meaningful insights in an easy way.
Okay.
Okay, where the maybe the stakeholder will take some time to read the raw data. We will just convert it into the visual in a fractions of second. He will see the chart and he will get the idea. At least he will get the basic idea.
Yes, sir.
Okay, some charts where we need to explain it, after our explanation he will get the full idea what happens in my data. But this chart, line chart, pie chart, your bar plot, these are very basic chart that will give insights to the stakeholder
Okay.
or to our hierarchical team,
Okay.
like what happens in my data, what happens in the past.
Okay.
All these things you will get it from this particular charts there. And that's why we do the EDA. Okay,
Sure.
in a Python EDA, for the normal descriptive analysis, we will do the EDA. But what if you want to visualize, or what if you want to create a detailed report and all detailed report dashboard you want to create? At that time, we will go with this BI tools.
Okay.
There I can say this BI tool will play a very important role, and it is very easy to use. Okay, just drag and drop functionality is there. For the business data, we will take one column, we will drop it into the visual, and that BI tool will create visual for us.
Sure.
But if you compare it with the libraries Cbon and Matplotlib, what will happen there? You need to write down a code.
Yes, sir.
For each and everything, you need to write down a code. You will write down a code, and according to that, your chart will be created. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
normal EDA, if you want to do, if you want to describe your data, like if you want to do a small descriptive analysis, go with the EDA. But client wants that no, I want detailed analysis. I want dashboards. I want
Okay.
proper dashboard, proper report. At that time, we need to go with the Power BI there.
Sure, sir.
Okay. The next thing will be, can you tell me why, when to use NumPy, when to use Pandas?
NumPy we are like basically used for mathematical database. So lots of numeric values in there. So that time we will using NumPy. And for pandas we can I can use array for its array data and multi data basically. So lots of There is no restriction for pandas.
Okay. Yep. So if we want to do a data cleaning, data transformation, we will go with the pandas.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if we want to do some we can say algebraic functions, we want to apply some mathematical operations we want to do. Okay, linear algebraic operation we want to do. We will go with the numpy there. And if we want to clean our data, if we want to import our data, like we have some CSV file data, Excel file data, we want to import it. So okay, so at that time pandas will give you that particular we can say particular flexibility to import the data into the Python, and you can work on that. Okay. Yeah. So, thank you.